Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Esper and we're again for a video about Star Wars Battlefront, which is coming in November. There is being a video that has been leaked showing PS4 gameplay right from E3, and well, I've watched it. I don't know if I am allowed to show it. I don't want to cause copyright strike or whatever there would be, and effing with my channel in various ways. So instead I'm just gonna go and talk about what I saw. um, Also, you can see me bigger and better. I mean, hello, why not? Whatever. Sorry, narcissism. Anyway, so yeah, just start. From what I saw, first of all, when the first thing you see is the players on the selection menu. So now, for those used to Star Wars Battlefront, usually you will see you will be about to select your class, see the equipment. Now, as they say, that Battlefront will not have classes. It will be the classes will be you per se. So you get to the screen and you can select two things. Well, from what I saw, first of all, you select, in a sense, your loadout, as in abilities. So do you have a jetpack? Do you have some sort of grenades, stuff like that. You select your loadout, some abilities, and then you select your weapon. Now with only four weapons, and basically now right away, right off the bat, something I personally dislike, and I disliked it since pretty much, I would say, any Battlefield following Battlefield 2, whatever. What happened is that you had on that I saw four weapons. So you had the classic Rebel assault rifle from the other Battlefront. You had the blaster rifle from the Imperials. You had a heavy blaster, which is like that big long ass gun that you see from the Stormtrooper commanders on Tatooine in New Hope. And you had, well, a pistol. So now the first thing that strikes me right there was, it seems that no matter the faction, are you the Empire or the Rebels, you have access to weapons from the other faction. Now, for Rebels, it could make sense. I mean, they're Rebels, they're gonna equip with whatever they found. But as for the Empire, uh, I don't think it's by regulation of the Stormtrooper to use Rebel weaponry. Now again, I may be saying shit right here, but personally, I know I feel so about it. Like in the previous Battlefield 4, where you were for say U.S. Army, but you were running around with a AK-74 or PKM or whatever. This breaks immersion. Well, that's me. Maybe I'm just a tough customer. I told you in another video, I will be shitting on every single detail I don't like about this game because I love the series. So, first of all, this to me breaks immersion. Now, something else that I disliked personally. Again, that was Walker Assault, so maybe it's different from game mode to game mode. But what I saw was power-ups scattered around the map. Yeah. So you would see, for example, oh yeah, and in Walker Assault, seems like vehicles may be power-ups themselves or kill streak bonus or something. For example, you saw a guy, like in the previous gameplay, you saw it too, he was running, he went to an icon with a rebel, the rebel icon was floating on the ground. He took it and oh, smart rocket, so he had access to a rocket launcher. So, to me, I don't like this kind of mechanics. I don't like, this feels, what's the name? Video game gimmicks, it feels artificial. I know it's a video game, yeah, but it breaks immersion. Like how should I say? I don't believe it would make sense to randomly find a rocket launcher on the ground, you know, in the middle of the battlefield. Now they say, oh, maybe you did grab it. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't like the mechanic of, having to. It's like back in Battlefield 4, like, oh, you have this badass weapon. Well, you need to find it on the map first, otherwise you're gonna get your asses kicked by the older dude who grabbed it first. Now. It looks like it was perfection, so the power-ups are maybe only the rebels can grab the one, only the rebels see a rebel icon, they can grab it. Only the Imperials see a Imperial icon, they can grab it. I have no clue. We only saw in the leak footage. We only saw from the Imperial side, so I'll assume that it's perfection. Now this is a bit better. I like it more that way. I don't like having it being, oh, you grab it on the ground, So I can see right away, like, all those kiddos, whatever, you know, those players that will go, oh, let's go and race for the freaking power up instead of the objective. There are so many of those kind of people on the internet. I can see this happening. I would have preferred right there. That's why right away I would have preferred the class system. If you want to give rocket launchers to people, make it a class. Limit how many of them there are, so they don't just spam the hell out of the place. Like for say you would have in Battlefront 2, you had the the clone commander with his chain gun, his big machine gun. I think the limitation was 4, and you had to attain a certain amount of points and before being eligible to take the class. So you will not have like the 20 people on the same team with this hellish chain gun, or the jetpacks, with jet troopers, or the boltcaster of the dark troopers. You see my point. So this is something I don't like right away. Also, I don't like the fact that you saw in the gameplay the guy took the AT-AT. What you didn't saw was that the AT-AT per self is a power up the guy grabbed on the ground. The guy went away, grabbed the power up and said, oh, AT-AT. Now he stops moving for a second, pressing his button, and you see him like, in his radio, and boom, now he's in the AT-AT for a certain amount of time. And now this is a mechanic of Battlefront 2. As in a hero, you're like, the life goes down as time goes, and if you kill, it goes up. So this is bad from the other, but I don't like. At this point, I would have preferred making the AT-AT completely autonomous, or that it's like, any kind of vehicle. You gotta have it. You go and grab it then. So yeah. Also, AT-AT is on a rail. Obviously, I know Dice has commented somewhere as to why. I might just go and check it out real quick for you guys. So it said, Eurogamers ask, AT-ATs can shoot at rebels and call in orbital strikes, but you don't stray from their present path, right? And they received the answer saying, the path? Question mark? No, you don't. It's a part of the mod itself, because the AT-AT is the objective of the mod. Well, makes sense at this point. They have a set path because they're headed to the shield generator. If you were to control their path, that would be game breaking. Now, this can be argued as for me. Now again, back in the other Battlefronts, AT-AT was controllable, and they were like that heavy freaking support vehicle on top of being a mobile spawn. They were the gimmicks of the map, but the rebels had the speeder, they could take him out anytime they wish. A smart AT-AT player would stay alive, like in the movie. Like in Empire Strikes Back, there's that AT-AT commander captain. He stayed alive the whole time. He would shut down every single snow speeder coming his way because, he's a badass and the speeder would have no chance stopping him. And again, the other AT-AT, well, they got effed because, they're not as badass. Now, even when you were playing the other Battlefront game, I personally didn't play that much on the internet, but personally, I would have been the AT-AT player. I would have support my guys on my way, but I would be aiming for that shield generator. And why, you say? Because that shield generator was a respawn for the rebels. So, strategic advantage. You want to hit the shield generator so you can go and assault the whole, echo base without having rebels coming down your rear. That was simple. Now they say they don't want it to go away from the path because game breaking. I don't agree yet again. The AT-AT is the objectives. The Imperials need, you could let it away from its path. I mean, the Imperial, if they want to win, need to break that shield generator. If the Rebel wants to win, they need to destroy the AT-AT. So again, AT-AT drivers would have no choice but to go for the shield generator in order to win the game. Now, you could have those trolls who would take the AT-AT and do fuck all with. So now, you just, without keeping the AT-AT on a precise path, having something that, the AT-AT player have objectives on their own on the way, so they are, they want to go for this objective, and you could do something like if the AT-AT player is a dumbass, and he's making you lose the game. Vote. You could have an action to vote out AT-AT drivers. Now, again, some people could say, well, you could abuse it and kick AT-AT player out over and over, and sure. The same as with the commander role in Battlefield 2. You know, you get the point. The idea here is that there will always be those players who prefer to be on the ground than in those big ass vehicles. And, you know, usually players smart enough to let other players in their own role if they're good at it. Okay, so I'll keep moving now. This is, you know, whatever. This is, I'm sorry, but this is something that bugs me. Um, yeah, back to earlier, I said the vehicles could be power-ups. Now, it was not entirely clear as to how they got it. I will have to rewatch the video again, but from what it saw, it looked pretty random to me. You were seeing a player, no offense if that guy will end up watching this video, but he was not per se the best Battlefront player I ever saw. He was getting killed and his ass kicked pretty often. Now, at one point I saw him like just it was just written on his screen like TIE Fighter. Oh yeah, there goes your TIE Fighter perks now. You spawn in the TIE Fighter, start dicking around, you know, flying, testing the stuff, that's fine. So it's not you go in the base and you grab the vehicle, you know, like in all Battlefront or Battlefield, so pretty much almost any game that has vehicle in it, as far as I know. Um, this can be good as much as it can be bad. For say, I'm gonna assume it's given out on random. Okay, I have not being able to figure it out yet. If I do, before I finish this video gets rendered, I will write down the info. Um, so yeah, the good can be that, well, there's no idiots keeping the vehicle for itself the whole time. Now that's a good point. Bad point is, someone that is really good with his vehicles, like for me, back in Battlefield 2, I was really good with, you know, APCs, you know, with the autogun, like a pum 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 pum. I was really good with those. So I would try to keep it, you know, try to go back and grab him and keep kicking asses because I knew I was helping my team win. Now that was a good point. Now back there, if for example I would have been denied it because it's random, like it will keep giving it randomly at people. Now you hinder the capacity of your team to win in a sense because you deny people who are good with a certain assets, you deny its access. Now, they could say game balancing. Now, let's say it's given to the players who are having a hard time. Well, that will be interesting just to, you know, make those players having access to bigger firepower. But again, if they're not the best of the team, it might not be the optimal use of the asset. At this point, I will almost prefer it to be something that is given to top tiered player and that they can refuse it. So, you know, let's say players like in the Heroes, Jedi's, and whatever in Battlefront 2. Could you like if you were the best player, if I remember correctly, you would say, "Oh, you got Darth Vader. Do you have a minute to decide do you want to use it or not?" If you say yes, you become Vader. If you say no, then Vader will be proposed to another player. If he says no, propose and etc. etc. So this way, personally, I would have preferred it. So let's say I'm a kick-ass rifleman, but I hate using the ATST for say, because I just can't use it properly. I'm not gonna say yes, because I know I'm gonna suck balls and I'm more useful as a rifleman. Or I could be troll and say, yeah, why the fuck not? But I'm gonna die right away, and yeah, I'm not helping my team. Again, uh, so this can be good as much as it can be bad. I, at this point, I would have preferred to keep the old system where people, you know, there's the vehicle pool and they choose one and they go and fly it. Now again, this system got the problem of people even not being good at their waste vehicles, but I don't know what to think at this point for this particular one. So I'm just unsure. I mean, we'll see more how it goes up when the game release, but I don't like. So far, it seems the game got lots of stuff around power-ups, like, oh, you can have a rocket launcher. Well, better grab this power-up before the other douchebag. Oh, you want this vehicle? Well, roll the roulette, you know, win the lottery. I don't like this. Oh, you want the AT-AT? Well, go and grab the power-up before the other. I don't like it. I just don't. And I'm afraid Heroes could be the same. Instead of being, at this point, I will almost prefer it to be a reward. Like, for say, I don't know, you know, you've did some objective points, not by kill. Now, this the wrong way to give rewards is rewarding kills. No, go and reward objective. Like you say, let's say you would have a rifleman. Oh, he defended his objective. You know, he got lots of defensive points. And so, oh, let's reward him. Let's give him access to that vehicle so he can, you know, try to build up on his momentum. You know, because you know this guy is gonna play the objective a lot more, you know, like it or not, most of the time. So, and now you could see it'd be good for the overall gameplay, because people, oh, I want this ATST2, let's go play the objective. You know, you can see this kind of thing happening. Now, this would be how I would implement this, but again, I'm not a game developer. Sadly, I would have loved to do, but I hate school. University is not my bread. Whatever. That's another subject altogether. So, yeah, again, power-ups. I'm not friendly toward power-ups. But something I found it interesting, well, interesting as in feel nostalgia back from, just DICE game, but I don't, doesn't feel Star Wars Battlefrontish to me. I know DICE said, we want to do our own Battlefront, for better or for worse, basically. There's the partner spawn or something like that. So basically, you have one or multiple partner. Haven't really dig too much on this subject yet, and you will spawn on those partner if you decide so. So a bit like the other Battlefield, like you could spawn like Battlefield 4 and Hardcore, spawn on a spawn leader, squad leader, and then about like you spawn a squad leader or squad mates. I hate the fact you're spawning a squad mates, squad leaders. That's all, but that's me. Anyway, so yeah. So that's not bad. Again, that feels out of place, I feel, for what used to be, what was Star Wars Battlefront, basically. So yeah. So to sum it up, I feel a lot more. Let's say that caught me off a lot about Battlefront. So I'll keep an eye, close eye. I want to see a bit more about what they were gonna do with that. So yeah, let's say I was really hot about the game at E3, as you probably saw in my other video, but this one, I'm a bit cold. I'm colder than I used to. Now, I'm sure, like, I enjoyed watching the gameplay. It's not all negative. The gameplay looks interesting. The battle looks really, really, really epic, interesting to be in. But those few features, design decision, like the perks for equipments, the perks for, the perks, the power-ups, vehicles, what looks like to be random vehicle giveaway to other players. Not having weapons may be more faction specific, like these are points that bugs me. I won't say I'm happy about them. They bug me. That there's not much else to say, but I'm still hype about the game. I still want to play it, but I will have a close eye on it. I will keep. Yeah. Yeah, there's just those features that bugs me. There's no really other word for that. So anyway, we'll see more infos. I was just so annoyed to see all those players with jetpacks. Now, again, that's why I'm not totally positive about not having classes. I feel classes were the heart of the game. I'm not sure what to say else at this point, so I'm just gonna go and stop the video before I stop just saying random shit because I have nothing else to say. So yeah, so again, join the conversation, comments, go comments. I'll be reading if you post, stop being shy about it. I'll read them, I'll talk to you, I don't mind, go and comment, give me my opinion, give me my opinion, no, give me your opinion about it, so yeah. So again, yeah, if you enjoy, please like and subscribe. Drop a few bucks if you want on my Patreon campaign down in the description. That'll really help me out. And so yeah, thanks for watching. So I wish you a good day or good night, and see you next time.